it doesn't bother me. But the comments I'm seeing right now, guys, like, and it's not gonna be, it's probably gonna be about like a little 4 hour stream, like a little 4 hour stream sound crazy. Like, y'all know I usually do 10, 11 hours. But today we probably gonna be doing a couple reactions. But I want to say this, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it started because I know like people are not gonna be watching this live, they're gonna be watching this aftermath. Dog, when it comes to the 2K community, bro, it's necessary to crash out, in my opinion, right now, because it's like some of us are afraid to call out the problem. How many, I literally say this in my videos, why do we keep defending 2K? Why are some of y'all afraid to say, bro, 2K is not doing their job? This dude said the players, it's the player base. It's more than the player base. I've said multiple times, yes, the player base ain't all of that, but the game is not worth it, nor is it good, bro. Listen, and when you try to say like, oh, that's just your opinion, and I'm not trying to get up, I'm not trying to say like everybody has to hate the game. What I'm saying is, overall, if we want to look at these last couple of years, and even like I said, it took a couple of weeks when this game came out for people to realize, bro, this game is pretty much nothing new about it. There's nothing new about the game. And every time I look in the comments, y'all trying to sit there and say the gameplay is fine, things like that are good, but y'all cannot tell me why. And that's my argument. Even when I read to the video, the dude said the game is elite. There was defense in the game, all of this stuff. I'm sitting here trying to figure out if he gonna have a conversation about why he's saying that. And he did not do that. So that's what I was waiting on. Y'all like, oh, you missed the point. He was talking about cheaters. Listen, gang, and this is what I'll be trying to, I say this in all my videos. Everybody is going to cheat. You know what I mean? What's good, Pay? What's good, T? Like, everybody's gonna cheat. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find out if y'all can hear me or not. I'm getting tired of this, bro. Like, real talk. And then when the game is shit like I said it was, oh, J Mid, bro, I can't deal with this, Jay. This game ain't it. I can't do this, Jay. This game, I can't believe they did this. But now you can't believe it. When we've been seeing the same stuff, the same outcomes 3-4 years in a row. Why are we defending 2K? I'm about sick of some of y'all, no cap. And I ain't gonna ban y'all. It's just when y'all be putting, y'all will steady defend 2K. 2K is not doing what they're supposed to do. Motherfuckers is buying Zens. The same people you talking about learning the game, they the ones probably buying these Titans and Zens. And the scripts. Nobody's learning the game, and that's another BS excuse. When you try to say people are learning the game, a lot of those people like how this game is, right? But they're shit at the game. But they will never come out and say they're not good. I'm about sick of that too. Y'all will never say 2K just not it. That's the problem. 2K is not a good game. What you deleting? 26. Hold on, let me get it to where y'all can see the comments real quick. I gotta fix this real quick. Cause the chat ain't popping up. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all. Let me pull up the chat. Alright. Let's see if that fixed the chat. I'm gonna be here for a couple hours, man. I don't have my dinner and whatnot, so I'm good to go. But I'm about just sick and tired of people defending this product, man. This is why we're not seeing no major change. It's like we're scared. This community is afraid of calling out what needs to be said, and I'm sick of that. Cause y'all will steady say, bro, I can't believe they did this, but y'all the same one saying the gameplay is good. Are we serious? And if here's my argument, right? Chat's still not popping up. Wait, somebody type real quick. Here's my thing. Even if somebody feels like, yo, listen, I like the gameplay, you can't explain why. See, that's my issue. When people say that type of stuff, they can't tell you. They'll just say, oh, I like the gameplay. Why? Oh, this defense is amazing. This game got elite defense. Why? What makes you think that? You can't explain it, so why are you saying it? I'm about sick of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about sick and tired of seeing that. And we find ourselves having the same conversations. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it real quick. I know why the chat not popping up. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, bro. Hold on, I gotta redo this. Chat box. Let's put this here. Give me a second, chat. I gotta fix this. Put this right here. Put that right there. Alright, now y'all comments should be popping up on the screen, so I don't have to keep going on my phone. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. But like I was saying, man, like, this community has to do a better job. And I see why some of y'all don't make content. Cause you don't have no reasons to say anything. That's what it is. The reason why y'all don't want to make no content is because you don't have facts. You don't have examples. You don't have nothing that you're saying. Like I cannot believe we're sitting here saying the gameplay and the game is good, but y'all steady. J-Mid, bro, I can't believe 2K is like this, bro. Like, you gotta talk about this. You gotta do this. Even it's been proven when I play Madden. Man, let me tell you, J-Mid, I was out there in the wreck, and man, I couldn't do it, Jay. I couldn't do it. I know you playing Ultimate Team, but I gotta let you know that I can't play 2K. But now y'all saying the game, I don't get it. And I'm not talking about specific people. I'm talking about a lot of people. It's unbelievable. Exactly, it's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. Me and T was just out there. Okay, now the chat's popping up. Listen, chat. A lot of y'all be saying, well, you ain't played the game enough. I just went out there with T. Do you know how many times to where I have a wide open look, but the game feels like I'm in slow motion? It don't even matter the attribute. It's the game. It feels like you in slow motion. You still can't catch a basketball. Everything that I predicted, I was right on. And every time when y'all try to say, well, move on, you clearly don't like it. Guess what? I've been done that. Every time when I move on, y'all don't let me move on. I'm playing the scary game. Let me tell you about the randoms I dealt with. You know, it don't matter what I'm doing, y'all want me to talk about 2K. And when I talk about 2K, I'm being truthful about 2K. 2K is not a good game right now. It's not. This isn't, we had a good 2K last year, the year before, and now we got a bad one. No, we've had failure. And we have another failure right in front of y'all face. But y'all don't realize it because we've been having so much failure to where it's just been getting worse. That's the standard now. We expect 2K to fail. That's what it is. And instead of us being real about stuff, a lot of us want to sit here and act like things are the gameplay like that is good, and we want to just blame the player base. I've already said it a million times. I've already made videos a million times. Yes, the player base is awful. We already know that. But I'm going to bring up that question that I brought up when I was making my video earlier, when EJ said, if you were to, make it tomorrow or the next week, and you had any game to play or stream, you could choose. We all know y'all are not choosing NBA 2K. It's not happening. You're not going to choose to stream or play it. Like, and here's my thing to the brother that replied in the comments earlier, right? This is what you gotta understand. The same people that you claim that I watch, play when I was growing up, gang, they don't play it. Matter of fact, pause this real quick. I'm about tired of some of y'all talking. You know what I'm saying? About tired of some of y'all talking. Where's Shakedown at, bro? How many times have I used Shakedown as an example? And I told you, I rock with Shake. Look at this. I'm sub. Look. Subscribed. I've been watching Shake since I was young. Shakedown ain't. Look at this, bro. 1.2 mil. I ain't bashing Shake, by the way. This isn't me saying Shake is a horrible content creator. I'm using Shake as an example. Just to show y'all I know the game is bad. So Shake ain't drop a video in 3 weeks, which you could say, okay, maybe he don't want to drop a video. He don't have to. You're right. Look at his last couple of streams. Now, mind you, Shake is known from what? Being mostly making 2K content, correct? So you're telling me somebody that is from the 2K community, right? He's streaming Marvel's Rivals the last how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where do y'all see 2K at? Right here. He ain't played 2K in 2 weeks. That tells me something. He'd rather play Marvel's Rivals than play NBA 2K26. Clearly. So don't sit there and tell me that, oh, y'all just want to hate on the game. Bro, the people that we so-called, they don't fuck with this shit. He not playing it. And I'm not saying he got to play it every day. But look at the games he chose to play instead of it. I'm going to show you another example. Look at this standard of 2K. Look at this. Cash Nasty from the 2K community. My favorite YouTuber of all time. He not playing this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the Nate X's and the Grinder for Rios. You know what I'm saying? But we're at 5,000 peak viewers for the NBA 2K26. You want another example? What did I tell you about the new college football game? That game isn't good. Look at that game. So these are the facts in front of your face. So I'm not just out here saying, yeah, bro, the game is horrible. I'm showing you proof on what I'm showing you proof not only that the game is not good, I'm also showing you the so-called same creators, they don't like this game either. Now let me get back to my highlights, bro. Continue to see what I was saying. And not to mention, speaking of that, T, I'm glad you brought that up. Y'all not, another thing about 2K right now is so expensive. They're robbing a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all making all of these builds. All they gonna do is patch 1, patch 2, and we already know the rest. We already know the rest of it. So the NetX don't like this. They're going. You said they are too far gone to say. I mean, 2K, in my opinion, done lost their identity, bro. It's over. It's over. We have to stop being afraid to say, yo, listen, 2K just not a good game. We gotta stop being afraid of doing that. I mean, do people think that, oh my gosh, Mike Wang is gonna see what I said and I'm gonna get permanently banned? And yeah, you're gonna get permanently banned when you got people, but the nigga had his username said it says I Zen fuck nigga. And his shit, he had a statue, but you worried about an opinion that you won't get banned for it. Then that means you really don't want to see 2K in a better spot. Because that's what 2K needs to know, that what they're doing isn't working. How does I'm off the cheating, because I already told you he was gonna cheat. That was obvious. But what I'm gonna say is this: from now on, when I make a video and I speak an opinion, if you say something and you're not providing anything with whatever you're saying, I'm probably just not even gonna reply to it. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna say, "Oh, this dude think he's better than everybody else." Nah, I just feel like when you're not providing no facts, it's a waste of my time. Because when I provide y'all with facts. I don't just say, "Bro, the game is horrible." I show you how the game is horrible. I show you evidence that people really don't like this game. The same way that you see at Community Day, they don't like this game either. Didn't Shakedown go to Community Day? Did he not go? I don't know if he went this year or not. And we gotta think, right? Let's keep this all in mind. What up, Midnight? We gotta keep this all in mind. All of the so-called creators that I grew up watching that are now, they have a bigger name now, right? Meaning they just chilling, kicking back, living life. You mean to tell me when they just doing just chatting streams that they wouldn't mind playing 2K? There's a reason why they're not playing it. There's a reason why they're not playing it. Antonio just said he retired from 2K. And y'all know who that is. So my thing is this. Why are we once again, why are we scared of saying, bro, 2K is not a good game? Like, I want y'all to really tell me, are you afraid? Do you think you're going to get a rich opportunity to where your life is going to change? Those days of you thinking, a dev or whatever it is work for the company CEO comment that it's gonna change your life, those days are gone. Those days are gone. What's good, Heartbroke? What's good, Heartbroke? Yep, I seen it. I'm just saying, like, how do we expect to the game to get better when we're scared to say the game is just not good? And then somebody's gonna probably throw in, well, when you went to Twitch and you showed 2K's views, Madden didn't have good views either. I never said Madden was a good game. I said Madden, you can have fun with Madden, right? Well, you can have fun on 2K. You don't have freedom on 2K. On Madden, I can play a game and quit and not get banned. On 2K, you can't do that. You can lag out on 2K, you're banned. You have no freedom on 2K, but they want y'all to pay almost $200 for a build, $150. How much is it for a build? And then they'll put you with losing players, and you're forced to play with them. If not, you get a consequence for that. And y'all gonna sit there and tell me this is a good game? Come on now. And I guarantee you, when Tonio start doing other things, which he's already been doing other things, if I'm correct, a lot of y'all gonna try to say, hey, bro, he from the 2K community. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about being from 2K community. Because 2K, it's like, I want y'all to understand this. It's not that he like, man, I just don't want to make content no more. He just said, bro, I'm done dealing with 2K. Meaning he wants to leave. But some of y'all are sitting here, and I'm not talking about y'all, right? I'm talking about people gonna see this live stream aftermath, and whatnot. They're gonna put comments. The fact that some people are gonna sit here and say the gameplay is smooth, the gameplay is elite, without no type of real reasons to why, this game is never gonna improve. 2K, in my opinion, needs to do they need to go back to the beginning. That's how bad this has been. It's been a yearly problem. And y'all ain't realizing it. Y'all are not realizing it because one, time is flying quick, and this has become the new standard for 2K. Hey, bro, well, I mean, that's 2K. You know what it is. But that's not what 2K should be about. Lasting a couple of weeks. But what I start to realize is a lot of y'all don't really care about the 2K community and things like that. And that's why y'all just be saying things without providing any type of factual or whatever you're saying. Because if you honestly really had that opinion or mindset, you could explain it to the person. But if you just saying something, it's like, bro, you don't really care. They need to go back to school. They need to restart and go back to the beginning. That's how bad this is. They have lost their soul. Do I gotta go load up 2K16 right now and show y'all how that game was? And the game wasn't great. It was just a video game about basketball. It wasn't complicated. You didn't have rhythm shooting. You didn't have this power by pro play BS. You had a basketball video game that was very fun. And it changed lives back then. You want to know why it changed lives? Because when people seen the creators having so much fun, now they want to copy you the same thing. Those days are gone now. And that's why some of y'all honestly want to make content. Because y'all think those days of, well, hey, if I'm having fun, I'm going to blow up. That's not how this works. Why do you think, name me one 2K creator outside, except for that's EJ. Name me a 2K creator that's blowing up the last 2 to 3 years. Except EJ. Name me one. I'll wait. You gotta have a hard time figuring out naming someone. Why do you think people leave? And I've already tried to leave multiple times, but every time T is my witness, Paid is my witness. Every time, I'll never forget. I think last year I was streaming College Football 25, and I was doing like a franchise, and it was an online franchise, and I was having fun, and people kept coming through talking about rec randoms, and I'm like, dog, I'm playing something else. Like, it's just crazy to me. It's like y'all try to tell me you don't know what you're talking about, Jay, but every time when I'm not even playing 2K, y'all bringing up 2K. Dude offered me $100 just to go play random rec. That's how bad it is. He was losing so bad. That brother offered me $100 just to go stream it. And I said it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. I know why he wanted me to stream it, because he probably had a tough day in there losing. And he wasn't enjoying his time playing the game. So he wanted to see me go out there and deal with the same thing so he don't feel alone. I know how this works. At some point, I was the viewer as well. I know how this works. A lot of people, the reason why people watch a lot of content is because they can relate to stuff. I know how content works. I understand that some of y'all watching this right now, y'all probably got me in the background while you still playing the game. I know how this works. But what I also know is a lot of y'all be trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but then you'll go put an opinion without providing no context or factual of what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying, no T. That's what I'm saying. It got to that point. He offered $100 for me to go stream random rec. That's what I'm saying, because he wanted me to go out there and go through what he was going through. Y'all don't see that as kind of wild? That's what it is though. But that's why, here's my thing. I don't stream 2K for most of the part because, one, I don't like the game. That's number one. And if I don't like something, I'm not going to sit there and make myself miserable going through some. That's why you've been seeing me stream Madden lately. I done lost to a lot of games on Madden. But at the end of the day, y'all see me having fun on there. There's a lot of times to where I get irritated, like, bro, like, this going to be my last game. But I'm still having fun. There's a lot of things about Madden I don't like. There's a lot of things that Madden took out the game that I don't like. But I would rather play that because I have more control over my experience. A lot of y'all try to always say, well, go play 2K offline. What point do we understand the gameplay to me is not up to par? So whether it's online, offline, to me the game isn't good. So therefore, even if you play it offline, it's not a good game. So a lot of people need to stop bringing up real life basketball talking about 2K. That's another thing too. This ain't real life. This ain't real life. This is a video game. And here's my thing. A lot of people that try to mention the real life stuff, like I said, those people regressed. Stop hiding. I'm talking about in general. There's a lot of people hiding. They regressed. And they're playing this hide and seek, wait till 2K27 or GTA 6 drops, and act like they never said nothing. But when I made a point of saying, bro, this game gonna be ran by cheaters before the game even came out, there was so much people. See, here you go with this negativity, bro. You so negative. And we saw what happened. What happened now? Oh, who cares, Jay? Nobody cares at this point. You wanna know why nobody cares? Because you had an argument that you had no information on, and when I gave my argument that I was right on, now who cares? That's what I'm saying. Like, it just be crazy to me, bro. I think 2K27 would just bring back RNG and stop cheaters, bro. Here's my thing. It's more than just the cheaters, though. This is what y'all gotta understand, bro. It's more than the cheaters. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a simple question, chat. Take out the cheaters of 2K26. Are you gonna still sit here and say the game is a fun, good game? Be honest. If they got rid of the cheating, would you still feel like it's a good game? It's a really good game. Because if you ask me, I don't like the gameplay. I don't like it. I don't think the gameplay is rewarding. There was a bunch of times when I was playing tonight on the account that I had access to, I should have had about 5 steals. But we know there's still RNG in the game. So a lot of the plays where I should have had a steal, it went to the opponent. And they scored. You said, even if they bring RNG that didn't stop cheaters, 2K25 had RNG and cheaters still dominated. This is what we gotta understand. Cheaters, it don't even gotta be 2K, bro. People are gonna cheat. That's just who they are. They're gonna do it. That's like in life. People are gonna break the rules. They're gonna do it. They're gonna break the rules. Nobody cares.
And that's what I'm saying. Can we the cheating part to me is 2K wants y'all to focus more on the cheaters than the game. I know for a fact, even if the cheaters were not even here, the game isn't good. It is boring. What happened to the gameplay speed being fast? Chat, remember we was doing reactions? And a lot of people kept telling me, nah, they made the game speed fast, so it's not gonna be a slow 2K. And what did I tell y'all? I said, bro, we hear this every single time. And what's the outcome? But I guess I was being negative too when that happened, right? And what was the outcome? Everything that I expected. Even when the game came out, I said, if y'all, because a lot of y'all had the game early. I said, bro, are you having fun in the game? A lot of y'all kept saying, like, it's playable. I'm saying that's not what I asked you. Are you having fun? A lot of people didn't want to answer that question because they probably were not having fun. And it's not about being negative. Let's be honest here. Because like I said, when we be honest, to me that shows me we're getting somewhere. All of this, a lot of people like to say, bro, like honestly, 2K it wasn't even that bad. Yes, it was. Like a lot of people tried to go back and say 24 was good. Bro, a lot of y'all didn't like 24. I didn't like 24. But because 25 was that bad, 26 is not looking good. We want to now say 24 was a good game. And see, the devs will take things like that. They will look at that and they'll say, well, they like 24. No, the hell we did not like 24. Bro, 24 was trending for people saying, whatever they were talking about the shooting on 24. It was trending on Twitter. Y'all did not like 24. And that's what I'm saying. We gotta be honest. Stop with this cap. Cause what y'all gonna do next is, honestly, 2K23 was not that bad. 2K25 was not that bad. This is why we're running in circles. We're not getting anywhere. And as a content creator, man, somebody that really wants to see 2K win and be back to what they used to be, it's very irritating to see it. Because we all know 2K is better than what we're witnessing. We all know that. But what they're choosing to do is not 2K like. It's not. They're putting their focus on dollar signs instead of basketball. 2K24 was trash, 24 and 25 are trash. That's what I'm saying. Let's be honest. Let's stop saying because the game that we have now isn't that good. The previous 2 games we had were good all of a sudden. Like how I told y'all, I feel like the last fun 2K we had was 19. I showed y'all proof of that, of what I was able to do on 19. Just having fun. I wasn't even locked in those games. I was just having fun. But I was able to show you evidence instead of just saying, nah, 19 was fun. I was able to show you evidence of it. Like even 2K22, it was playable, but was 2K22 a good game? To me, no, it was not. Defense is really kind of broken on 22. If we're gonna get somewhere, if we want things to improve, we have to start being honest instead of saying, I'm gonna just say this because I want to make some. I'm a good person. Like, it's just mind blowing to me how. It's crazy to me how the video I reacted to today, and I was like, bro, I want to hear what this guy got to say because I wanted me to react to the video, and he was talking about helping people build the following, and I was like, now let's get to the conversation. And he was like, this 2K is one of the best 2Ks we've had in a while. I'm like, whoa. I want to hear why he's saying this. Then he says the gameplay is elite, the builder's elite. He not explaining how this stuff is elite. Then he said that what really lost me when he said defense was outstanding. I was like, huh? And is he gonna provide on why he's saying this stuff? He didn't provide it. He lost me. But what y'all got from it was, nah, Jay, you missed it. He was talking about the cheaters. I'm off the cheaters, bro. A build should be $20 to $25 max. 2K would laugh at that right now. They're like, that's too easy for them. But that's what I'm saying. It's not really focused on you having fun playing the basketball game anymore. It's more focused on get you to spin. Like y'all just won the lottery or something. It's crazy, bro. But let me see what y'all saying in the comments. 2K26 defense is good. You tripping? But my thing is this: if you're gonna say these things, at least say why. If he was able to say why, that's his opinion. At least he provided on why he's saying it. But when you're just saying things are elite and they're outstanding and this is one of the best 2Ks we've had in a while, you're losing me. And like I said, it's nothing personal. I don't know none of these people. It's just, to me, we're not going to get anywhere when we're just sitting here just saying things. To be honest, it's evil what they're doing, bro. The fact that they know and they see the complaints and don't do nothing or come out and speak up. And what happens is people go at creators and they'll say, y'all got to do something about this. Y'all got to talk about this. I've been doing that. And what I get from it is I'm negative. When I'm speaking the real about what's going on. And I'm going to tell you why people are doing this. Because they think we are living with the years of 2016 or the 2018s to where 2K sees them just being positive. They're going to get a logo and they're going to get $50,000 or something. Which I was exaggerating with the money part. But what I'm saying is people think when they get a logo, their life going to change. That's why. They seen people with them logos. They're like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get that. That ain't happening no more, gang. Those days are over. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Listen, if you want advice on really making content, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't say you want to be a 2K creator. Because 2K not going to put you in the right mindset. And then people going to look at it like you giving up when you just be speaking the real about it. Like when I'm in my first video and I was talking about randoms on here, I wanted the world to see what happened, right? Do you think after that video I dropped that I expected 2K to regress from there? That was 2K22, by the way. It's 2K26. So ever since 2K22, 2K regressed. Yeah, they showed some potential, and it was inconsistent because they always touch in the game. So everything that also outcomes to be a failure when it's not successful. It's inconsistent. Inconsistency. It's not working. Ever since 2K22, we've been dealing with that. You think I expected this game to get worse, and worse? So I'm supposed to sit here and just keep saying, yeah, man, you know, it's the randoms, you know, they the reason why this game is the way it is. No, at some point, 2K is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And like I said, the communication not even there, bro. Somebody tell me, when's the last time Mike Wang, aka Baluba, tweeted out? When was the last time he said something? And it's not even just him, it's all of them. When is the last time they communicated with the 2K community? And somebody gonna say, well, Evan be talking, and Evan be the same one, he don't play the game. And wasn't he with Stacks laughing at the fact that they knew that Zenners were in the same city as them? And they were laughing about it. So I don't want to hear nothing about S7. I really don't. Once I seen that video with him and Stacks laughing at the fact that there were people that that were trying to play them that were zenning and they were laughing at it, like, you can't really take them serious, bro. They don't really, they just there for the bread at that point. And that's what this world really turned into. It's about money. Everything about money nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Money is the key to everything right now. And I know it might sound crazy, but if you got money, nobody can really say nothing to you. Nobody can. Family members, girls, they can't really talk to you because you got more bread than them. But that's how this world is right now. We talk about a video game. A video game should not be about money at all. A basketball game at that. A sports game. Also, too many secret patches. The game is never really done. But that's the line of communication. When they make a move, like I said, when they told y'all, yo, look, man, hey, we gonna slow the game speed down. They didn't tell y'all that. It just happened. Y'all had to find out by playing it. Now imagine somebody made a build, right? Imagine somebody made a build because the game came out, the game speed was so called quick enough for them. They make a build, they like, yo, I'm about to make another build. Like I like how this game speed is. This game not slow like how it used to be. 2K do what they do. They already wasted money on that build. You can't get your money back, and that's another thing. These builds cost all this money. Even if you like, I don't want this build no more, I don't really use it. Can I get my money back? You can't do that. Your money is gone. That's how bad this is. You don't even get your money. They can make a secret patch without communicating with the community. They make an adjustment to something that you could have had on your build that no longer works the way you thought it was. And you don't even get your money back for it. It's too late. Go make you another one. Go spend another almost $200 on a build. But we sitting there saying this game is amazing? This game is elite? What are we like? That's what I'm saying. That's why I titled the video, creators like this they be losing me. It's losing me with that. Like I'm gonna see do I have any more comments? Let me see. Let me go back to the comment, bro. Okay, I had to disagree with you. One, you're not listening to what he explained. Cheating is huge in video games, and the gameplay isn't that great. That's the problem. When you tell me the gameplay isn't that great, that's what I need to hear. That's the point. That's why we here. The gameplay isn't, well, one, he said the gameplay was elite. That's number one. He said the gameplay was elite, and he said defense was really good. He said it's one of the best 2Ks we didn't have. It can be enjoyable. The only time gameplay is enjoyable, like I said, is when you have a squad, bro. That's a problem. Think about it. All of these video games that are out, the only way you can enjoy a basketball game is by playing with a full team. You can't play it alone for it to be enjoyable. I'm just tired of people being afraid to call out, that 2K ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. At least let VC transfer over. They basically playing in our face, finessing it. Exactly. That's why when I did play the game like that, I didn't max out no builds. It's not worth it to me because I already know what 2K is. I already know 2K is gonna come out with a secret patch without communicating with us, and they're gonna touch something with the game, and people are gonna max out their builds, and it's pointless. But here's my thing though, Almighty. How many years have 2K been doing that? A couple of years, right? So that's what I'm saying. Why are we sitting here acting like the game is good and it's not? And that's why I said they done lost their identity. They done lost their touch. They lost the most important thing, which is basketball. It's not really about basketball no more. And me having these clips in the background, I'm not saying 2K22 was a good game, nor was it a fun game. I just like to have something in the background when I'm talking about a certain topic. Y'all know that. Because I can put Madden clips in the background as far as I'm concerned. Bro, you should have a lot of subscribers. You seem solid. I'm too real, bro. That's what it is. I'm too real for the 2K community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know who I am. Even your favorite, 2K creators, they know who I am. I'm overlooked because I'm too real. That's why I'm overlooked because I tell the truth way too much, and people want me to be more of a kiss ass than let's hold people accountable and be real. I know this though, you know what I'm saying, like, but that's what I'm saying, like, that's why I don't want to be claimed by the 2K community, because I get overlooked because I'm being too real. Like, look, for example, I'm not comparing myself to this creator at all. Look at Agent. If you look at Agent old videos, you look at the comments, what were people telling you? Bro, he's speaking fat. He was right.
But now they'll try to say agent for the 2K community. Agent gone. But those same people that were first telling them you don't know what you're talking about, they trying to claim them. That's what it is. It's just to me like a lot of people, and I've been saying this, and that's why I said it's honestly F the 2K community. A lot of people don't really care about they don't want to see 2K get better. They don't want to see 2K win. They don't want to see what 2K used to be about, which is a basketball game that would last and it was really fun. And it would not only give a lot of creators opportunities, it would show a lot of creators positivity wise. Right now, all you see is a bunch of negativity because that's what the game really is. There's nothing about the game that really makes you in a good mindset unless you're playing with a full team. What's good, Jay? 2K26 is on Xbox Game Pass now. Does that mean it's free? Because I don't play Xbox. Does that mean the game is free? They do that every year, but that's why I don't want to be claimed. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the 2K community to claim me when I get the respect I deserve. Like, oh yeah, that's J-Man. He was 2K. No, don't do that. Because when J-Man was speaking real about 2K, everybody was saying J-Man didn't know what he was talking about. He was negative. And it's sad that's how the world works. They'll rather give you your flowers until you make it. When you hear, they don't care. And it's not like the world owe me anything. It's just, bro, I've been saying this stuff for a long time, and people say I'm being negative. When I'm out here dropping 40 minute, and y'all wonder why, like, Jim, why you always dropping 40, 50-minute videos? Because every time when I had an argument, I'm explaining this stuff to y'all, or I was reading comments. I was proving that whatever I was trying to explain to y'all, I wasn't just talking, bro. See what I'm saying? So that's why I had long videos. Plus, I like making content. Like I said, back then when I was watching certain creators and their videos were short, to me it was like, nah, like video was too short. I like long videos. Yep, it became free before the year ended. That means it's free. They do it every year. So that's what I'm saying. How are we gonna say that 2K is good right now? And it's not. If the game is free, that means it's like they begging for people to play it at that point. They begging people to download and just get and play the game. If it's free, but I guarantee you VC not gonna be free. But that's what I'm saying. It's a basketball game. You see how the game is free, but VC not gonna be free. Build's not gonna be free. Y'all get what I'm saying? 2K, that's what I'm saying. They done lost their identity, in my opinion. Let me take a sip of this Gatorade real quick, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that's why I honestly don't like the 2K community, bro. And I see why a lot of creators leave. When you I don't even call it staying. It's like when you care, nobody cares until you become something. Nobody does. Like right now, somebody can make a tweet right now and say, NBA 2K26 the worst 2K of all time, and there'll be a thousand people saying you're right. Why? Because it's Illuminati. And that's not glazing, that's just a fact. But if I say NBA 2K26 the worst 2K of all time, and I'm not saying that, I'm just giving y'all an example, and I tweet that out, there'll be people saying, y'all just saying anything, y'all just being negative. You said it's a difference. Like I said, people don't care until you become something for real. You said the identity went from fun gameplay to money. Facts. Yo, J-Man, what do you think if 2K let our builds be 99 automatically right off the bat in my career, just to be able to grind badges quicker when you go online, you're 60 overall? I mean, 2K is not going to do that. Now, what I think about, I think that's how it is now. Like, you can start an offline my career and be like a 99 overall. You just have to edit or something like that. But 2K is about the money right now. So any type of idea that you think is creative or fun, they're not going to go with it. And that's what I'm saying. And 2K shouldn't be about, it should be about basketball. It should not be about how can we get them to go and spin. Yeah, I told my little brother 2K is all about money now. That's why the gameplay is trash. It's annoying to act like we won't catch on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, some of y'all are getting what I'm talking about. There'll be people saying, "Nah, bro, this game good." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not. It's not. That's why I want to do a Twitter space, and I want people that think the game is good front and center. Pause. I want them at the front of the classroom, pretty much, and explain why the game is good. And I guarantee you'll be crickets. Crickets. You can't explain why the game is good, so then how you telling me the game is good? Kids literally can't afford this game. But that's what I'm saying. 2K has lost the plot, bro. But when I say this stuff, I'm negative. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? And that's what really annoys me the most is people think I'd like hate 2K as a company, and they think I want to see 2K be in the worst situation. Why do y'all think I make so many videos on this gaming channel about 2K? I care so much. That's why. And some of y'all care and some of y'all don't care. But the reason why I do it is because I want to see them be better. I know they can be better. Like I said, do some of y'all not get tired of having the same conversations every single year? Because I could have sworn before the game came out, and I was looking at all the stuff they was talking about, saying that they revamped pro play and rhythm shooting is gonna be better. I was like, Chad, this sounds like it's gonna be just an update to me. What did I get for saying that? See, there you go with that negativity. All I did was give an opinion off of what they told us. The build should take 1 or 2 days to max out and be $20 to $25. A lot of y'all might disagree with me with this, but I'm gonna go back to 19. I feel like Road to 99 was a good system, and I know a lot of people probably didn't like Road to 99, but to me, Road to 99 kept a lot of people on the game because you couldn't just buy your way up to a 99 overall. You actually had to play the game, and that's the thing. 19, the gameplay was fun. It was good. You had control to where you didn't mind a Road to 99 because the gameplay was good. See, right now, what we have now, the gameplay isn't good. So just the system of the status, and you can just get to 99, it feels pointless and useless because it feels like you grinded for nothing. Your build, a 99 overall build, probably feels like a 78. Like, didn't somebody say before the game came out that when he was growing up that the players that he was using felt like gods? That's not happening no more. I missed my 99. I had a 97 or a 96 on 2K19. And I had unlimited boost. But see, here's the thing people gotta understand. Well, y'all can say, well, 26 got the same spinner where you can get unlimited boost. But it's the gameplay is not up to par. That's what I'm saying. When you have good gameplay, you can get away with a lot of things like, you know, whether it's rewards or rep or something like that, if the gameplay is good. But if the gameplay is awful and you're seeing the same things that you saw previously, then you can't get away with those things. Yeah, rep used to mean something. Mascots, when you see a mascot, you used to be like, yeah, I'm not playing that person. You see a mascot nowadays, that's pizza. That's free. That's free. That's chicken. If y'all don't get what that means, that means like it's a free win pretty much. I played that game. Yeah, a lot of people like 19. And yes, every 2K is gonna get criticized. But not every 2K is unplayable really. Why do y'all think 2K they shut down them old servers? Because they know people are gonna go back to playing them. And it's a bad look. So they shut down the old servers
because they don't want to be. They don't want it to make them look bad. Like, oh, people would rather go play this game instead of our brand new one. So there's a, hey man, we got to shut them old servers down. Because I can guarantee you this right here. If they just randomly said, hey, on this day, we going to put the 2K19 servers back on. I guarantee you 2K19 will be trending on, not like trending, but it'd be at least 20K views on Twitch. At least. There will be some of your YouTubers that you thought disappeared are back streaming 19. You want to know why? Because the game is fun. That game was fun. They want to go back to that experience. So many useless jump shot bases in the game too. They need to start adding content creator jump shots, more good base overall. But you know what's funny about that? About the jump shot thing? On 16, they had multiple set shots, multiple jump shots. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a bunch of NBA shots. That's laziness. All we got is NBA shots now. It's lazy. That's like with college football. How on a PS3 version could you not only play almost every position in a high school road to glory, but you could play full high school games. Now on College Football 26, you can only play like 3 positions of road to glory, and you're playing high school moments. How is that? How is that even possible? It's backwards. But it's all because a lot of these games, they not a lot of these games, but 2K they lost their focus, they lost their plot, they lost their identity, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what it is. I don't know what I was saving back then. I was just clipping a lot of stuff. But it was for things like this right here. So when I want to make a video or a live stream, I have footage in the background for y'all. I feel like games shouldn't shut down servers. Just let us enjoy what we paid for, even if it's an old game. But like I just said, it's gonna make 2K look bad, so they're not gonna do it. But you see the keyword that you just said. You had you enjoyed the game, right? That's what you're supposed to do with a game. You're supposed to enjoy it and have fun. That's what it should be about. But to them, oh, you know, a lot of people playing this. Now we losing out on money. We need them to go play the new one. That's what 2K cares about. Is they're losing out on a couple of people that didn't buy the new one. So therefore, they gotta shut these because they want you to go buy the new one. When there's a reason why you didn't buy the new one, because you didn't like the new one. I don't know, man. It's just, to me, we got to be more honest and better, because I really want to see 2K in a better spot, man. And if I didn't, I would really stop, you know, going live or making these videos and doing reactions about this game and this company. But I'm a sports fanatic as well, so I love, you know, basketball, football. I mean, I'm diehard fan on a lot of these things, so that's why you see me drop a lot of content on it. And also, I expected a lot better. Now my expectations for the game wise of 2K, like, I already expected this to happen. But what I'm saying, I expect, like, the devs not communicating with us. I mean, like, that should be better. That shouldn't be like, oh, they still not communicating with us. That's bad. But like, some of y'all gotta be tired of having these conversations, bro. At some point, you would want to see them make improvements, take steps forwards, and not steps backwards. I don't know, man. I hoop IRL, so seeing 2A gameplays, respect real hoopers. And that's the thing, too, like, catching a basketball. In real life, you're not doing a 360 spin to catch a regular pass. It's not happening. But on 2K, that's how this game is.
But that's how, what we've seen so far from the 2Ks that we've been seeing. And I want to say this to the people that enjoy pro play. What has pro play done to help gameplay wise? Because like I said, you don't have control, and the so-called animations are poor. So what about pro play? Has pro play done with gameplay? I'm trying to figure that out. Because I've already told you I didn't like it. I never was a fan of it, and to me it was a failure. But people always keep saying, nah, pro play is good. So if you are somebody that enjoys pro play, please explain to me what it has done to gameplay, because I'm not seeing it. It's just like a rhythm shooting. What was the point of putting in rhythm shooting when it has done nothing but arguably bring in more cheaters? I want to know. Well, I think I was testing out a new jumper in these clips because it's a different shot. I think. I don't know. Might have been. Oh man. How long are you gonna be streaming for? I don't know, bro. I just had to get stuff off my mind. I'm just irritated because it's like people be just putting all types of stuff in my comments, which to me, like I said, a comment is a comment. But if you're not providing nothing that you talking about, it just be irritating me. And we're not getting nowhere with whatever we're talking about. Dude gonna talk about some. You missed what he was talking about. He was talking about cheaters, bro. Cheating did not just start in 2025, bro. You probably gonna have cheaters on GTA 6, but I guarantee you GTA 6 is gonna be a fun game. So it's gonna be a difference. That's what I'm saying. You can get away with stuff if the game is good or if it's fun. If it's none of the above, you can't get away with it. Like you probably had cheaters on 19, but 19 the gameplay was so smooth on 19. You had control. Nobody cared about cheaters on 19. You was having so much fun on 19. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really. Hey man, we got to get rid of the people that's cheating. You having fun on the game. You don't really care about that stuff. And to me, why you have a lot more cheaters now is because people don't like the game and they're not going to sit there and want to figure out the inconsistencies with the game. Like I said, bro, the multiple shot timings, that's got to go. People still zenning, so that right there was a failure. Because that's why they did that. And people still don't realize that. You got the multiple timings because they were zenning, and they thought if they put multiple timings, that Zen wasn't going to be able to keep up with the timing. But they still can. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a failure move. Get rid of it. Why bring it back? You brought it back, and what did it bring in? More Zenners. People that ain't never Zen before on Amazon ordering them Zens. I don't blame them. You showing me you just gonna run things back instead of making real improvements. I don't blame you for doing it. Oh man, but yeah, man, me and T was just out there. It's awful, bro. I even told T, I'm like, bro, even though I got access to an account with the game, I'm thinking about just deleting the game. No cap. Just delete the game at that point. Like, it's just that bad, bro. I think I was on a center on this. I might have been on. I think this is a power forward. This might have been a power forward, yeah. And they might have still had me at center. I don't know. That could be at my center. I don't know. PG had 0 points. What's new?
I told you I get the worst guard play. Look at this. 0 points, 1 for 6. This is why I don't play center no more. And it's been like that. It's always been like that from when I'm playing center. I get the worst guard play every time. So I don't play center. He snagged that one, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I know what this was. This was the center that I based off of Anthony Davis. Cause I made like a 7-3, I think. This is like a 7-footer, I think. This wasn't the 7-3. I had like 2 centers on 22. Cause I was sitting in the corner and all types of stuff. Said terrible. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I don't know. Like I said, this is why a lot of creators lead into a community and they don't come back. This is why they leave, man. It's a waste of time. Like it really is. It's not about being good at the game. It's just the game is not a good game. Like you say if you gonna say the builder is good, then why are people making the same builds? Why are you not seeing no different builds out there? Because the gameplay sucks. So therefore, you're not seeing certain builds out there because them certain builds are useless and they're pointless. So that's what I'm saying. How is the builder elite then? Because we're seeing this, you're seeing once again, like what did people not like? We didn't like that people were using the same builds as everybody else. You're seeing that right now, not right now in the background, but I'm saying majority in 2K26. Bruh, 7 of 9 from 3. Look at the guard play on my bruh. Y'all gotta stop. That's what I'm saying. As a center, I've been dealing with the worst guard play since 2K22, bro. The absolute worst. Yeah, this build is based off of Anthony Davis. I went to Anthony Davis's attributes and I copied his attributes. Well, I tried to copy his attributes, put it on this center build, but I made another one. Y'all not gonna see that because this was like early. I don't really care about grabbing rebounds on this, but I cared about, scoring really. But I mean, I ain't had no guard play, so it really didn't matter. I don't want to hear the game chat. I feel like I was cursing these folks out. Matter of fact, we gonna get a sneak peek. We gonna get a sneak peek of what J Mid was. I know I was cursing these folks out. Bro, I can't hear nothing. Okay, I don't think I wasn't saying anything. What up, Young Dre? We going to the fade. No, I can't hear what I'm saying. I feel like I was saying, bro, I was talking wild on 2K22. I was saying some crazy stuff. No cap. We got 17 people in here, bro. Appreciate y'all coming through. Terrible shot. Pull that from the logo, Jay. Pull that from the logo, Jay. Bro, he was 1 for 7. Oh yeah, I had a right to do that. Come on now. Bro, he was 1 for 7.
Man, you always saying the randoms are bad out here, because they are. They've always been.
22 was this crazy speed boost year.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I didn't play guard on 22 like that. So, like, I played really the 3 and the 5. Well, I won't even, like, on 22, I got bored of playing with my small forward, so I made that center. Like, I'm not... That's what I be telling you. I'm not a natural center. Like, I don't play center like that. I can play center. Like, right now, I'm a... Like, compared to these clips back then, I'm a way better center than what I am in these clips. Way better. And I actually have an identity when I make a center now. I like to be physical. You know what I'm saying? When I was back here playing this, I was out here just doing stuff because, one, this was when I returned to, like, 2K. Like, I didn't even get 2K21. I sat out that year. But once again, do you see how I can explain this stuff to y'all and tell y'all why? I didn't just say, man, I'm not a center. Like, I'm telling y'all why and why, how I know I improved and whatnot. And I don't really care about all of that stuff, but, you know, a lot of people don't understand me, bro. Like, I'm too real, bro. Too real. Even, like, IRL, I try to help people in my community. No cap. I be giving people advice, all types of stuff, bro. Some people gonna have their opinion, it is what it is, but nobody can sit there and tell me in my community that, yo, J-Man ain't never try to help us. J-Man ain't never try to give us no advice. I done did all types of stuff. I done gave people multiple shout outs, all types of stuff. Because I want to see people win at the end of the day. I don't want this to be about I'm getting all of the love. I want to see other people win as well. Speed boost should be on defense too. I done made videos on saying how to be known to a community. And people probably was like, hey man, this don't work. But nobody can say I didn't try to show you the ingredients. I done showed you how to make these type of videos. I done did it all, child. That's what I'm saying. Nobody can't say when I finally get the respect I deserve that, oh, J-Man got lucky. You know, this dude just got lucky. Like, no. I didn't get lucky for nothing. No collabs, none of that stuff, bro. Oh yeah, they had me hit. I was shooting out over 2 people like I was Kobe. Yeah, it was a wrap. And what's crazy is people still wonder to this day, like, bro, I want, like, how you make them videos? I literally make it off my console. Now this is off my laptop. I'm shooting off my laptop right now, but them like 2K videos that just me make where clips in the background, that's off the PS5 Share Factor. Them boys had me mad. I was saying I'm Kobe mode right now. I'm Kobe mode. Pull that. We Kobe mode. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm too real. I know a lot of y'all like, bro, like, you should have more subs than what you got. Everybody knows that. And like I said, a lot of people, you'll be surprised they know who I am. I'm just too real. That's what it is. And like, that's the thing, like, for example, a lot of the people of the old head community don't rock with me. But what's funny is this. When I say old heads are sorry at the game, I've shown video proof on why I'm saying that. And I will still, man, you don't know what you're talking about. But it's like, did you not watch the video that I just dropped? I literally showed why I felt that way multiple times. And there was always an excuse for why they weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. What I don't like is if I were to stream and I had a game where I was missing shots or I didn't have the greatest performance, people would call me out on it because I'm the streamer. But I was also told, man, streamers act like they everything. But if I don't have a good game all of a sudden, now everybody wants to hold me accountable of, nah, bro, you can't miss shots. You can't play like that. But I thought a content creator was human. I've been telling you, I'm human just like how y'all are. That's what I'm saying. Like, I done drop evidence of why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. But it's still, man, you don't know what you talk about, bro. You can't talk about point guards and they never play it. So what I go out there and do, chat? Go out there on a PG, knowing I'm not a point guard, play with randoms, play 2 games, won both of them, showed y'all evidence of it, and what happened? Oh, all of a sudden it didn't happen. Nobody cared about it. Like I said, I'm too real for the 2K community, bro. That's what it is. I'm too real. I was shooting everything, not caring at all. Kobe mode. And no, I don't hate Kobe for the ones thinking I'm making jokes. I'm just saying, like, in these clips, like, these teammates that I had, they were obviously horrible, so I was more of, just give me the ball and get out the way. Now, my favorite player of all time is LeBron, but we're not going to have that conversation right now, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Kobe, too. Them boys had me. I'm about to fade that, too. Fade that. Fade that. Fade that. Which 2K is this? It's 2K22. Next gen. Unfortunately. I mean, and don't get me started on... By the way, somebody asked me, have I ever seen the current gen randoms? Yes, they're absolutely unplayable. You cannot play with current gen randoms. You can't... You might as well don't even play a game. It's that bad. Yes, it's that bad. It is that bad. It's horrible. And it's honestly embarrassing. And won. 19-5. 18 for 17. 3 or 4 from 3. Runners be making me so many different builds to try to carry. The problem with randoms are they don't have an identity. Like, and it's not even just randoms, it's even in squad rec. When me and T go out there and play majority of the time, we look like we're more of a team than the other 3 people that should have the chemistry. Because they don't have an identity. You have to have that when you're playing in certain modes. Meaning you got to know what's your go-to, what you want to do. Like as a center, you have to have an identity. You can't just go out there, oh, I'm going to just get rebounds. No, there's got to be something about you that you got to go out there and you got to get done. Not just rebounds. Whether it's be physical or dominate the paint, space the floor, it's got to be something. Something that's going to count and, mean something when the game is over. But you see how I can explain. Do y'all see what I'm talking about, chat? When I'm talking about something, I'm providing y'all with facts and examples. Am I not? That's what I'm saying. I'm too real for the 2K community, bro. I'm too real. I'm too real when it comes to a community. Ugh. I really should have put 2K19 highlights in the background. I had a couple games where I used to go crazy on 19, but I ain't playing no defense on 19. I don't know. I might do that. Should I play 19 highlights? I don't know. I have some highlights on 19. Don't get me wrong. But on 19, I didn't play defense, really. And that's why I keep trying to explain to people, like, there was once upon a time to where I didn't play defense. I didn't care for defense. And the reason why I had that mindset, because I used to play with a group of 5 every single day. And I was playing a position to where I wasn't really required to play defense like that. And I know that might sound crazy, but I was more of, I got to score for my team. Now, I was more of a kid when this was going on, so that's probably why as well. But back on 19, I was more of a, I got to score the ball. I didn't really care about defense like that. I left that to the power forward and the center. I was more about scoring points. So when they stopped playing and I went out there with randoms, I would sometimes have about 40. I also give up 35. But I didn't care because I had 40. But nowadays, if I had 40, my person was not going to have no 35 nowadays. He's probably going to have about 11 or 10. I'm not giving him no 35. Unless you got a device. Put a strong contest system against Zens and Vic. This is what you gotta understand though, young Dre. You can't kill Zens. This, and I know it might sound crazy. Now you can find an anti-cheat device, like I think it's Battlefield. The new Battlefield game can detect who has the cheating devices. You could do that, but there is like with 2K, they have to stop trying to like ruin their gameplay because of the cheaters, because that's not fair to the people that are playing the game normally. And that's what I'm saying with the shot timings. It's unfair. Meaning you're adding difficult timings on the court because people want to cheat. So now I gotta suffer when I'm not breaking the rules because of those people. That's not fair to me. They just needed to find the ones who are using the devices, and they should be permanently banned. Like I don't know how it works on Battlefield or whatever, if it's Call of Duty, but if it said we detected a bunch of people with devices, they should be banned automatically. There shouldn't be no 2-week ban, not no 1 month ban. It should be forever banned. Like with 2K, it should be permanently. Make an example. Like I seen a tweet earlier on Twitter, I think yesterday. Dude got a 2-week ban, and somebody said shouldn't have been zenning. LOL. I think dude replied and said, "I'll be back before New Year's." LOL. Like these bans are not bans. A 2-week ban is a slap on the wrist. Them boys don't care about that. I'll be back before New Year's. Make another account pretty much. You said that's what a strong contest is for no matter what's in. People gonna mess up their timing. I don't like the multiple timings. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I'm not a fan of the multiple timings. To me, if I know my shot from the left corner, it should be the same timing that is on the hash or the top of the key. It shouldn't be now I gotta release it slower or faster because Johnny wants to zen. Because I'm not zenning, but Johnny's zenning. Now I gotta shoot multiple different timings. Meanwhile, Johnny is still able to zen while now I'm the person struggling to make shots because they added more timings. But Johnny is still able to cheat. It's not fair. And on 19, you didn't have 1,000 shot timings. If you knew your shot on 19 from the top of the key to the mid range, it was all one timing. Only thing that was a different timing on 19 was moving shots. And back then we had attributes like moving 3-pointer. Am I right on that, T? Didn't we have like moving 3-pointer or something like that on 19 as an attribute? Boy, I had a chicken shot on that bill right there, boy. Chicken. To get 24 contest system wasn't that great, wasn't that bad in my opinion. 2K 24 was the definition of inconsistency, literally. It's one thing, then the next thing is something else. I was saying on 19, didn't they have like attributes like moving 3-pointer or something like that?
I think even on 2K22, you didn't have all of these multiple shot timings. You just had one timing. That's why I was shooting so many threes on here. I was wide open right there too. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it had to be something like that. But yeah, current gen, they just need to stop making current gen. I mean, it's just those players over there. I mean, bro, we're almost in 2026. Like, if you don't have another console, that's on you at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they gotta stop making more than one game. But clearly, they not focused on basketball. They focused on the other stuff. You don't think 2K24 was easy to shoot? Not in the beginning. See, it was easy to shoot when the game was over and they boosted everything. In the beginning, remember, a lot of people saying they couldn't shoot. I remember this. And what I did was, I said, I'm going to figure this out. And it became to the point, and I think T was in my stream. I knew my shot so bad to where I was like, it's going to be green, chat. And every time when I shot, it was green. People thought I had a Zen. And I was like, no, I just know my shot. That's when I think 23 to introduce shot cues. But they did something to where it messed something up. I mean, yeah, Dre was easy in the end. Think about it. At the end of the 2K on 24, everything is automatic at that point. Because they boosted everything. They gonna do the same thing on 26. They did the same thing on 25. They gonna boost everything and make it seem like everything was good when they only did it because it was the last season. But in the beginning, a lot of people couldn't shoot. And that's why people liked it, because people were like, oh, like you now it's not that easy to shoot. And that's why you had it was trending. Fixed shooting on 2K or something like that. And they just where they touched the shot cues and they messed me up all the way. That's why I got pissed with 2K24. Keep forgetting most 2K players are casual. I can't argue with that. I said no. It literally was trending when the game was fresh, like brand new, that people could not shoot on 2K24. They just wouldn't let the game be. Like when you try to tell us 2K24 is supposed to be something different, show me. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm like, show me. Don't touch the game over and over again, because that's what they were doing. Yeah, I was definitely, shooting a lot more, because I had I'm not even getting rebounds like that. I'm just sitting corner. Look, I'm just shooting threes. Definitely was a little RNG though. No, absolutely. I was shaking start to finish. At first, I was like probably like a 30% shooter like the first week of it. Then when I got my build up and started learning more about what the game was like gonna be, I worked on my shot and I figured it out. And that's when they touched the game. I had 4 steals on a center, bro. A center not supposed to have 4 or 5 steals. That's 5 right there. But I also had 6 rebounds. But I also led the game in 3-point makes, I think. See, like I would have 6 rebounds before halftime nowadays if I played center. So it's a complete different on my play now. Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot people was messing. I forgot Chico was messing with people's shot. Yeah, they were. It wasn't even. It wasn't they were messing with people's shots. What I think would happen was they messed with shot cues, because I remember it was what's that guy's name? He plays stage a lot. He was streaming on Twitch. I remember this. It was Iggy Mo. It was Iggy Mo. Iggy Mo was streaming on Twitch, and he said, I have Mike Wang or I have Beluba in my chat right now," and they were asking him, did something change with the shot key or something like that, and he said like, yeah, something with set point or release or something, and I knew I wasn't tripping because I was like, bro, how I go from I know my shot was green to now all of a sudden I'm not getting greens, I'm not making my shots. And he admitted it in Iggy Mo's stream, and that's what pissed me off. Because he didn't tell us. We had to go to Iggy Mo's stream to find out. And I'm more of a like muscle memory player. Cause that's what, to me, like if you know your shot, you shouldn't have to remember, well, when I get to the mid range, I gotta release it slower. Like, to me, if you know your jumper, you know your jumper. I'm more of a, like I said, you know, what's the word I just said? Yeah, muscle memory. That's what I was looking for. And when I'm in rhythm, like if I got the hot hand, speaking of hot hand, takeovers. When's the last time takeover meant something, other than what's that thing called on 2K26? Where you can shoot from deep. That's the only takeover I know that's like dangerous, really. But other than that, takeover don't hold no weight no more. I don't know what that takeover is called. I don't know, y'all. Eventually I'm gonna get the respect I deserve. Deep bomber, yeah, that's the only takeover I know that's really like effective or dangerous, because you can like shoot from anywhere on the court. It's the only one I know. See, like watching these clips, it's kind of like I'm low key like stunned. I wasn't getting no rebounds, but I mean I'm seeing the amount of times I was shooting the basketball. I'm not surprised I wasn't getting no boards, but like nowadays, I'm getting at least 20 boards or probably even 30. Cause I'm not like I'll shoot on my center, but I'm more physical and, you know, being the biggest player on the court. I'm definitely returning next year for sure. You talking about 2K27? I mean, that's up to you. I wouldn't waste my time. When they actually make like some actual real changes, then I'll probably make a decision. But if we get GTA on time, I'm not worried about 2K27. Like I said, I care about 2K and whatnot, but if we get we get GTA 6. Did I say GTA 7? It might be time to go to sleep, I ain't gonna lie. But if we, like I said, if we get GTA 6 on time, I don't think nobody's really gonna care about 2K or Madden. Those games will be more worried about GTA because everybody's gonna be on GTA. Like, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will say, like, well, you wouldn't play the game like that, so you don't really have a real opinion. Dog, I used to stream for 11 hours. Do your homework on what I've done on my channel. I'm a gamer. I done played all types of scary games, sports games. I have 10-hour streams on 2K23. I have 11 hour. I did a 24-hour stream on here. It didn't save because there was a lot of copyright. So like, I mean, I've played the game for a very long time. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't know. I gotta go back to the stream. I didn't really, like I said, I just knew that 2K's not in a good spot right now. But that's what like almost every streamer though. Every streamer, like, when you look at their chat, people want to see them lose. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's already Friday. Wow, it's crazy. Aren't some teams playing on Saturday? Don't we have some NFL games coming Saturday? Pretty much, yeah. Everybody I see that streams 2K, back in the day, Top Reps makes a channel boom. Yeah, a logo used to make a channel go crazy too. A logo used to mean something. You sound tired. I'm more tired of people acting like this game is a good game. That's what I'm really tired about. I had that Philly cheesesteak. I didn't finish it. I'm gonna finish the rest of it today, later on. But see, that's the thing. If we have a conversation or a discussion on why it don't really hold no weight no more, it's because the game is not good. That's what I'm saying. If the game was good, a logo, people would try to get one. They would try to go like, hey, I need that. You know what I'm saying? But like, they don't care. The game isn't good. It's not gonna change nothing. It's pointless. Like, I guarantee you right now, and I'm not even trying to be mean, I'm just giving my personal opinion. The guy I reacted to yesterday, the Pravi MVP guy, right? If he were to get a 2K logo and he were to go live, his channel was not gonna go crazy like how he probably thought it was. It's just facts. It's not happening. And I'm not being mean, it's the truth. That's what I'm saying. I'm too real for the community. If you give him a logo, his channel's not going to go crazy overnight. It's just not gonna happen. Or even his live stream, people are gonna be like, probably in the game chat, what do you stream or something like that? He'll be like, yeah, I do YouTube. They're gonna find out that he probably got like, they probably thinking like he got like 400,000 subs or something like that. When they see he only got about 3-4K, they're not gonna really care. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody can't tell me that, oh, I'm jealous, because the stuff that people think I'm jealous about, it holds no weight anymore. So what am I jealous about? Don't know who legit. So the people probably on Twitch right now, they probably in it. That's what's crazy, and I'm probably right about that. People that streaming 2K right now on Twitch they probably plugged in. No face cam, they probably plugged in. I mean, at this point, like I said, if you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, I had a lot of 2K20. I had a lot of 2K22 footage.
What was I saying? Is my game chat working? I put money. All 2K got to do is make a super contest system. Zens are gonna cry. They will be packed up. If you ask me, Zens are gonna be here until they can be here, bro. I just feel like when we talk about 2K and what they should do, they shouldn't kill their game because of cheaters, and that's what they've done, honestly. Like the devs will probably try to come back and say, "Well, we tried to stop the Zenners," but meaning you destroyed your gameplay. You took the fun, you took the freedom out of gameplay, and still failed to stop the cheaters. So now the people that just want to have fun playing the game, just the game itself, that's gone. Because you made the gameplay more of a 9 to 5 now, just to try to stop the cheaters, and the cheaters are still able to cheat. But if you don't got defense, you in trouble. Oh man. They also need to like RNG is still in the game, by the way, too. I don't care what nobody say. I was on yesterday with T. I should have had at least about 5-6 steals. And it's not even just one game, it's multiple games. We played like 2 or 3 games. There were a bunch of times where I'm right there to get the stop. The ball go right back to the opponent, and then he scores off some BS. Like, when are we gonna see change, y'all? Are y'all not tired of having these conversations about what happened to 2K? Why is 2K like this? It's right there in front of our faces. Oh man, I still haven't watched Welcome to Derry yet. People keep saying it's a good show. Now my pops done told me that ain't nothing to mess with. If my pops telling me that, I'ma just wait till that come on. When I'ma wait to watch that like during the in the afternoon. My pop's in a big house though, so maybe that's probably why he said that. He said, "Yeah, that ain't nothing to mess with right there." I done seen a couple of clips, but I still want to watch the show. I also low-key want to get into Harry Potter too. I'm not even a dev and kind of just solve the problem. Won't say you solved the problem. You gave an idea that possibly could solve the problem. But it's because you care and you know they can be better and you want them to be better. Meanwhile, the devs probably looking at, okay, there's no VC glitches. People still, got to pay for their builds. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what they worried about. They're not communicating. There's no communication. See, I had 1 rebound as a center. You know how bad that is? This is how you know I was just a pure shooter on this game, really. Pure shooter. Didn't care about nothing else. But like I said, it was like my first year, like 2K22 was like my first year really playing the center position. So it was more of a, you gotta like get an identity first. I was really out there because I could shoot.
But then again, these devs. But then again, with these devs, common sense ain't so common no more. It's that like accountability. Like it's like, do you even care? I don't think the devs honestly don't care about the game. Honestly, I don't think they do. Like the fact, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying that where it's Evan and Stacks where they were laughing when they literally knew a clan was known for zinning. That's still not sitting well with me because that's an awful look. That's a really bad look. But then they would probably say like, "Hey man, we don't play the game. We just cover it." But it's the fact that you laughed at people breaking rules instead of saying, "Yeah man, we'll get our team to to figure that stuff out." Y'all, they laughed at it as if it was a joking matter, and that's probably why people was like, "Oh, bet I'm gonna just cop me one too," because they don't care. What y'all gotta understand is it's not the Zen that's gonna cost you the money, it's the script. And if you know people, they probably giving out scripts for free. So like that's probably why you seeing so many people out there, because people know people. Pretty sure Zen is like $40. The script is like people paying like what, $140 for a Zen script or whatever it is. Now, if you know people, you get that for free, pretty much. I had 2 rebounds. Was I at the 5 this game or was I at the 4 this game? But yeah, like I was telling y'all, man, it's just, I don't know. I expect the community to wake up and stop with the excuses and let's have a real conversation of why we're here still. Why this game continues to find itself in this position, in this spot. Instead of just blaming ourselves. I'm about to go read some DMs. I know you did videos about centers on 2K25. You should do more. Listen, guys, I'm not a center. Center is, if you're struggling on center, I'm gonna be real. Just don't play it, bro. Cause it's not like center. Like even like looking at these clips, I could have been way much better than what you seen in these clips. But I was more still learning on what type of center I wanted to be. Like you can't just go out there and make a center build and expect to just be great or amazing at it. You gotta know what you want to do first. In these clips, I was more of just shooting threes, spacing the floor. Like the center, you gotta rebound. That's number one. Which to me, you gotta be physical. Like you gotta be a center that can go down low and go to work. If you cannot go to work at the center position, you should not be there. Also, a lot of people keep forgetting that center is arguably the second. You could argue the most important player. That's spacing, rebounding. So like you're not playing a role playing position. That's a starting position that has to show up. So like when y'all saying I should do more talking about centers, there's not much to really talk about more. You just gotta know some of the stuff. And like I said, you gotta also learn what works for you. Like, cause a lot of y'all will go on YouTube and type in the best build, or I told y'all build videos are pointless. People gonna say what they gonna say about their builds, but they're not gonna show you their weaknesses. Every build has a weakness. I don't care how good the build is, it has a weakness. Every build has some sort of weakness. It's just facts. The build you look at in the background that had almost 40 points with 4 rebounds. The weakness probably was he wasn't that physical. It's probably why he only had 4 rebounds, but he could shoot. So when you looking at them build videos of people saying I got the best build, of course they're gonna show you the only times where the build was looking good, but there were times where the build was not looking the best. But they're not gonna show you that because why would they do that? But some of y'all will look at those videos and say, "Oh, I gotta make his build," but he a totally different player than how you are. So you copy his style, and you still not doing what he was doing. You gotta figure out. Organized spacing is a must. 5 out is the best. You gotta figure out what works for you. I realized, like, and T even told me this. I think the last time I had an inside center was 2K24. T said I was the only inside center that she could actually win games with. Now when I play center, I shoot the ball a lot more. Because you have to. Whether it's a fade from the mid-range or like anything, you gotta shoot. But then I realized me making a 7-1 player that's like 250 or 260, that's a big player. Like that player has to be dominant. That player has to be like a bully on the court. Rebounding, all types of stuff. Be able to go down to work in the post. Get to the free throw line. Hit a free throw. Like I'm saying, these are things that you have to be able to do as a center. Because if you can't do these things, it's not going to look good at the end of the day. How many points did he have? Oh, he had 27. 27 and what? 27 and 5. I have 46 and 4. See, the shooting guard has 0 points. Look, 0 points, gave up 34. Look at that. So I had to learn the type of player I wanted to be as well. Clearly, me making all these threes ain't make a difference because we still losing. You know what I'm saying? We still losing. And I was efficient too, by the way. 19 for 26, 5 of 8 from the 3. That's like with point guard. As a point guard, yeah, you gotta get assists, but nowadays you gotta be able to get a bucket. You gotta score. If you cannot score, your team it's gonna get ugly before halftime, in my opinion. There's been a lot of games to where I've not only been a part of, but I have seen if the point guard is not able to score, it's gonna mess around and be a blowout. Cause now we don't gotta guard that point guard. Cause that'd be y'all first thought when y'all make a point guard. Oh, I'm gonna get assists. But you gotta also be able to score. Cause when you can score, that get everybody else. That's gonna now open up the offense. Because now the other team gotta worry about you because you're a threat. You're now an option of this dude can score. But if you're just somebody looking to move the ball around, they're gonna treat you like, oh, I don't gotta guard this brother. He ain't looking to score. I don't really gotta guard him like that. So now they can probably double the center, double the power forward, or whoever's got the hot hand. Because you're not a factor. You have to be a factor nowadays. I know a lot of y'all might say, well, these guards that look to score, they're probably more of a ball hog. Sometimes you have to be selfish, especially if you're playing with randoms. And see, this is the thing that y'all gotta understand. The reason why I'm saying sometimes you gotta be selfish is because the same randoms will be the same ones to say you got 4 or 5 points. Now in your mind, you moving the ball around. But those same people will try to say you don't have no points. And my thing is, majority of y'all be getting wide open threes. Y'all don't want to shoot them. So like nowadays you gotta be able to score as a guard, bro. I can't have an inside center on my team. It limits offense. Facts. You don't gotta guard that center. You don't gotta guard the center at that point. He's not a factor. Clogging up the paint. The only way an inside can work is if you're like getting 20, 30 rebounds. And you're getting to the free throw line at least. But if you're not getting rebounds and you can't attack the paint, it's a wrap. And there'd be another thing too. People be making insides but don't go inside. They can't attack inside. They got no moves down low. I was pulling that on this pig, chat. Do y'all see that? I mean, I was walking down with the ball and just pulling that. Just automatic. Oh, that's a different game. And this center wasn't even like a physical center. This was more of a shooting center. Like I always try to tell people, if you want a center, right? If matter of fact, if you want a point guard or a center, the first 2-3 plays you gotta play selfish, because you want to show the other team you gotta worry about me. No cap. Like for example, look. First quarter. Look what I did. Look, it's 0-2. The game pretty much just started. As a center, look what I decided to go do. First play. Show the other center, you're going to have to come out here. You ain't going to just be able to sit down low. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You sometimes got to be selfish and show and give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then it's going to put y'all in a bad spot. Like, people aren't going to get the ball every play. The PG and center are going to have the ball majority of the time. Obviously, because the point guard and one. Obviously, because the point guard, they probably thought I had a Zen too. Obviously, because the point guard is going to be running the offense, the center going to get most of the rebounds. So, they going to get the ball majority of the game. And won. You saying, but this center right here look like he could be dominant? Because I had an identity on this one. This one was really a shooter. But I was still experiencing the center position. Because I'm really not a center. Like, I'm not. But center to me is simple. Trust me, there's been times where I have not had a good time at center. I won't say like a good time, but like I'm saying like a good game. I done got cursed at all types of stuff. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like when it comes to this game and stuff, I done seen it all. T can tell y'all. I met T through a female community. Literally. I literally got blamed for something. I'm gonna tell y'all something, chat. I literally got blamed for something that I was asleep for. I was in the Discord with a bunch of females that was playing in a prime tournament or whatever it was. They were doing a scrimmage or they were practicing games, and they wanted me to. I was in the chat and they needed somebody else to like run because they wanted to be a part of it. And I mentioned T, and I was like, well, I'm gonna see if T can do it. I knew T didn't want to do it, but it was the specific streamer we were watching. We wanted to see them in a good mindset. So they were playing with T and whatnot. T was out there balling, hooping. You know what I'm saying? She was actually doing what her username says that she's supposed to do, which that's not surprising. You know what I'm saying? T was like the wild card of the team. I was in the Discord while they were playing. I think this was after the stream was over. In the Discord chilling. You know what I'm saying? I ended up falling asleep. I wake up.
You know what I'm saying? Story time with J Man. I wake up, T hit my phone. Yo, bro, what did you say to so and so? I'm like, I fell asleep. I don't know what you talking about. Nah, bro, they said you said this to so and so, and that's why she left the team and quit. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, so like when it comes to the female stuff, I don't hate females. I've been in communities when it comes to the females that I want to see them win. You know what I'm saying? So like I get it. But I got bashed for something that I wasn't even, you know, up for. I was asleep. And I literally confronted the person, or I think I did. I think I went to court and I said, yo, look. Because I think one time T had got into it with someone and T didn't want to play with them anymore. And they gon', you know, yo, Jay, go find out why T left. I go do that. Then they tell me I'm running back and telling. So I had to confront a lot of them then and there, like, yo, don't try to tell me that I'm running back and telling when y'all telling me go get T, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? I do my own thing, which I clearly do. And that was that. Not gonna lie, I want some Chinese food. Chinese food at 3 o'clock in the morning is insane work. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man. T can tell a lot of times I done got cursed out by women when it come to 2K. I done got told I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. What did I attack their character? No. What did I do? Let them say what they're gonna say and just continue to play. So I don't hate females. I don't. I just know how this works. Like I said, I've been a part of female communities of 2K, especially gaming, to where when they're streaming specific games, you can tell who wants to see them win and who doesn't, and who's in there for a certain reason. Some of these girls be lying. And my thing is, the thing with the female stuff, it's not even the girls, it's their communities. Their communities are in there for certain reasons. Like when I found T can tell y'all, when I found T, I remember all of it. It was Curry, Blue, a bunch of female gamers. Every time when they were streaming, I was in there because I wanted to see them win. It wasn't, oh, they play some else, I'm not in there. No, they could be playing Saints Row. Matter of fact, I think Blue one time was playing Saints Row. What was I doing? In the stream chilling. Because I wanted to see her win. It wasn't, oh, you're not playing this. Oh, you don't got no face. I'm not in there. That's not me. When I was in there because I wanted to see them win. T can tell y'all all of this stuff. That's how I literally met T. GTRP, they playing that, I'm in there watching it. That's how I met T. I actually want to see them win. That's why I be trying to say, like, people can't tell me I don't get it. I more than get it. I've experienced it. And another thing too is, at first I didn't play, and the reason why I didn't play at first was because I played with randoms. I'm thinking I play with randoms, it's not gonna, you know, transition to whatever they were playing. Because squad rec and random rec is really not the same. If you want to be real, it's two different things you're playing. And squad rec, you're playing people that have supposed to have chemistry, to where randoms you don't know nobody. That's how it's supposed to be. But I was straight up. I didn't just lurk in the chat where, hey, yo, like, we need someone. Sometimes they'd be like, yo, Jay, come out here and play. I'd be like, hey, I play randoms. I'm probably not going to like, you know, how I play. But they was like, nah, you'll be fine. So what I do, I went out there, did what I could do. Yeah, I got criticized, but I still went out there because I wanted to see them win. There's a difference. I done seen all of the criticism, cursing out, you don't know how to do this, you can't do that. Dealt with it all. And we talking about after the streams, by the way, too. But did I take it personal? No.
Because if you think about it, when they're saying that stuff, they don't really mean what they're saying. They just want you to be better. They don't really hate you as the player. They want you to be better as a player. All you could do is ask questions and continue to play. That's the only way you can figure it out. And that's why I be telling y'all, if you're going to play with a streamer or a content creator and you clearly don't know what you're doing, but you just wanted to be there for the moment because you wanted to be there because it's the streamer or the content creator, ask questions. Because I guarantee you this, if you ask questions, the streamer or the content creator cannot get mad at you. People got to talk bad about you no matter what. You got to believe in yourself at all times. Of course. Of course, absolutely. That's why I said I never took it to heart. They cannot say, well, look, man, I don't know how to play a zone. At least you said something. Now, if you go in there, they say, hey, yo, we in zone. And you lost, and you're not saying nothing, now they going to get on you. They going to be upset. But if you be like, yo, listen, I don't know how to play a zone. Okay, well, then we can't play zone. Now you're communicating. Now you're telling them, I don't know how to do this. So now they can't get mad at you. That's what I don't understand about some people. It's like they're scared to use their voice. Even with 2K. 2K's trash right now. They scared to say it. And another thing too is people gotta understand, like, cause they're like, oh, like, when you do realize when you speaking about 2K, you're talking about partnerships or brand deals. That's what I'm saying. This ain't about brand deals or partnerships to me. This is about a basketball video game that is not what it's supposed to be. This isn't about getting partnered with 2K, getting sponsors by 2K. That's not what this is about. So y'all rather glaze the game knowing you don't like the game for attention that's not gonna take you nowhere. I'm gonna let everybody in here right now know you're bigger than the brand. You just don't know it yet. You haven't tapped into what you really are. You're bigger than the brand. I promise you. Like, a lot of us don't realize how powerful humans really can be. And I'm not here to talk about some science. Like, this ain't science class or anything like that. But, like, we're very smart. We're very smart. We just don't know it yet. Like, we haven't really tapped into it like that. Very happy I didn't buy a ticket 26 this year. I don't blame you, brother. Feels good to know when you were right. Like, for example, adrenaline is no joke. Like, I done had a couple of injuries to where, a lot of, blood has been involved, but adrenaline will take your mind off the pain. Like, that's no joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, a human is very powerful. Like, there's a lot that we can do that we haven't tapped into yet. And I'm not saying we got superpowers now. If we did, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of injuries, I done had a couple of injuries in my life. I done had a couple of head injuries. I done had a knee injury. Couple of elbow injuries. Which one was the worst?
Well, I would say which one would be the worst because somebody could probably want to ask me that. It was probably the one where I suffered in 2011, where I ran into a swing set at full speed playing outside dodgeball and I bust my head open, like literally bust my head open, like open, to where you could see a little bit of my skull. Like it was bad. Now, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, imagine like like those swing sets outside, and like the two metal poles that hold up a swing set. Imagine running to that in full speed. That's what I did as a kid. I was trying to dodge the ball, pause. You know what I'm saying? We were playing outside dodgeball, and I ran into that swing set pole thing at full speed, split my head wide open. And it was a scary experience because even as a kid, I couldn't hear nothing. I was not only knocked out, I was unconscious. Everything was like in slow motion to me. Like, I'm not joking to you. I'm being for real. Because I feel like when you get hurt like so bad, your body kind of like settles down, because all I remember for that injury was I was on the ground, I couldn't hear nothing. I saw a lot of people running saying, like, you could kind of hear a little bit, like, yo, call 911, this is not, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, obviously I had my head was like wide open, you know what I'm saying? It was split wide open, and all of the blood was like gushing, things like that, but I wasn't like crying or nothing like that. I couldn't really feel no pain. A lot of people thought like my life was on the line, because you see a kid with his head wide open, a lot of blood coming out, you think it's a wrap for him pretty much. But I was telling people like I'm fine. When you look at me, I look like I'm like on the verge of being done. You know what I'm saying? You busted your head open before? Yeah, badly. Like, I'm talking about like bad. Like, if you would have saw it, you would have probably thought, yeah, like, you done. You're like, it was that bad. Even like when I was in the back of it. That was my first time being on the back of an ambulance, by the way, where they had to like rush me to the hospital. What's crazy is when I got to the hospital, I don't know if it's because we was in Orlando, Florida, they tried to make me wait. Mind you, I have a hole in my head now. They don't put a towel over my head, and like they slowed the blood from gushing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if any of y'all eating food, but it is currently almost 4 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna just say this. But like, they tried to put the towel over my head and cover all the blood from gushing out. And the lady was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to wait a while." And I removed the towel from my head, and she started screaming, cause like I'm telling y'all, like it's like one of them Halloween costumes to where it don't look real, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? Now, I couldn't see it because obviously I can't, like, I didn't look in a mirror, but my family's looking at me like, are you sure you're okay? Because it looked that bad. And then the knee injury I had, I'll never forget. I think this happened in 6th grade. I can't believe I cried about this, though. But I was like, I think I was accused of, like, hurting people when I wasn't. Like, one time I was playing basketball outside in middle school, 6th grade, and I tried to save the rebound, and I grabbed the ball before it went out of bounds, and I tried to save it, and it hit somebody right in the face. Now all of a sudden, the dude that it hit in the face, he was in one of my home rooms or my classroom, and like he had a bad eye injury, and he was like in a wheelchair, right? So everybody walking up to me, "Dang, bro, you put so-and-so in a wheelchair?" I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I got a bunch of girls walking up to me, like, giving me, like they trying to talk to me, and I'm like, dog, I didn't, like, try to hurt the guy. It was on accident. So then, one time I was playing basketball or something like that, another time, and, I stepped on somebody's foot by accident. And the dude had, like, a bad cramp, and they was like, "Yeah, bro, we knew you always trying to hurt people." And I was already like, because even the principal thought like I did it on purpose, like I tried to hurt the kid, and when I did not. And I was like, "Bro, I did not try to hurt him." And like as a kid, when you get mad, you start stomping. And I stomped like 3 times, like, "Bro, no, I didn't, no, I didn't, no, I didn't." And the 4th time, I jumped as high as I could, and I stomped like right on my left, like, not like I didn't stomp on my knee, but like if you stomp, your knee can feel something.
and I stomped like to the highest on my fourth, like the fourth time I jumped, and like I felt something pop, and I started crying like a newborn, and it was low key embarrassing now because I had a bunch of girls like see me crying and stuff, but like I was in some serious pain, like it, like that right there. I thought I might have honestly sprained something because I went to the I didn't go to the hospital that day, but I went to like a small like a local nurse, whatever it is, one of those like small healthcare places, and they wrap like my knee up, and like it just felt like I popped something, and it hurt. Like if I'm like, you ain't gonna cry for no reason, bro. You gonna cry if you in pain. Like when I popped my knee for real, like that was, man. That I could still feel that pause. Like I thought I broke something, like, but I think they said I sprained it. I couldn't run, but you know, it eventually healed and I was fine. But yeah, like I don't know, man. I've always been a gamer since I was a kid. Like that's just been me. I done had a couple of, you know, experiences. Injuries wise. Like gaming to me, I always want to be first place. Like that's just, people always ask me why am I so competitive. Like I was raised to always be a winner. Like no matter what it is, try to win, try to get first. That's just me. Playing games like Tekken or what was that other game called? Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff like that. Always try to get first place. Bro, everybody keeps saying you should have more subs. I noticed, chat. T literally told you I'm overlooked. I noticed. Now, I get this question a lot, especially in my DMs. How many subs do you think you should currently be at? Me right now, I think I should have at least 45K. I feel like my consistency, my dedication, you know, to gaming, to, you know, showing the evidence. I feel like I'm a really good content creator. I feel like a lot of people can be really good content creators and they're not able to showcase it because they're a part of this 2K stuff. And people just hold them to a standard of dropping 2K videos. But I feel like I should be at least 40, 45K. The lowest I would say I should be at least at 25K. Because there's other things that I know I could do that I could easily bring a community or build another community off of. Whether it's scary games, reactions, I could do it. I got the personality for anything. Especially for gaming. That's number one. You already know that. I was really sparking with this center build. You two understand for real if you venture out to different stuff, your channel gonna be dead. Oh, I'm already knowing that. That's why I already made another channel. J-Man Reacts, my reaction channel. But I'm already knowing I could go crazy. What's gonna be the real challenge is when GTA 6 is finally out
everybody's gonna be trying to like force content on there. That's gonna be the real challenge. Like I'm telling y'all, people are gonna get head starts on the game because people are gonna get early access to the game. Like that's gonna happen. Now I don't know how long the online servers are gonna take to drop. You know what I'm saying? But people are gonna get an opportunity to play the game. And people are gonna try to force and spam content. Everybody is. Y'all thought the GTRP was, something that people are doing. Wait till GTA 6 drop. You talk about card meets, groups. You can say gangs, all types of stuff. Yeah, not RP, but GTA 6 is gonna be a tough. When you talk about content, people gonna be trying to do story modes and storylines, and I'm talking about like create their own like. I think I used to watch Jawani where he used to do GTA School Life in the Hood or something like that. You gonna have a lot of people trying to do that, like Crips versus Bloods, all of that stuff. There's gonna be a lot of content going on GTA 6. I want to do a lot of streaming on GTA 6 though. I want to stream a lot on there. But I already know what I want to do for content on GTA 6. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want to, give out my ideas, but I already know what I want to do. Like somebody said, College Football 27 should be able to have a lot of the positions in high school in full games. But my thing is, if we had that on the PS3 version, right? Why all of a sudden, when we get a PS5, you weren't able to do that from the get-go? You should have been able to have every position in 25. And full high school games in 25. But they didn't push that. It's like they rushed it and didn't want to do it, and they put their more focus on the Ultimate Team. When we talk about Madden and college football, let's keep it honest. They only really care about Ultimate Team, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. That's what they care about. They just care about Ultimate Team and y'all spending y'all bread, bro. I miss when K-Son used to do GTA 5 in the hood videos. Yeah, he used to do the Chris vs. Bloods. I know you're talking about. K-Son TV. Yeah, I know you're talking about. He used to, on a Friday on a school, come home from school, put that on while you eat some, a snack for real. I know exactly who you talking about. It used to be entertaining, don't get me wrong, because, like, you gotta have the right people to do it, though. To, like, play the character for real. Do you think GTRP will still be around even when GTA 6 is out? Absolutely. Because some people probably not gonna, like, get the game when GTA 6 is out. So they'll still be on RP. But I just expect GTA 6 to be a trending game for a couple of months. If GTA 6 is worth the hype, it's gonna probably be trending for, I'm not gonna say trending, but it's gonna be well known for a couple of years if it's worth the hype. That story mode better take a very long time to complete. If they taking this long to drop that game, that story mode better be worth the wait. That's what I do know. Because if you just got a story mode you can beat literally in a day, it's gonna be very disappointing. GTA 6 hood video is gonna be next level. Oh yeah, for sure. People might be having and again I'm just saying, like, cause I know how people are gonna try to be creative and a little bit too realistic with it. They might be dropping them episodes on Reddit, cause there might be some scenes to where it's too much. You can't put that on YouTube and things like that.
Cause GTA 6, they gonna have some. The graphics already look kind of, realistic. I was out here getting steals on a big man, y'all. Times have changed. Nowadays, when I play big, I'm getting like 20, 30 rebounds. I'm averaging at least 15 rebounds a game, or 14. If you could go back to any 2K, what would it be? I've already said 19. Why? Because that game was fun to me. You had a lot of freedom on 19. Favorite TV show? Honestly, I don't even think I had a favorite TV show. I used to watch Kick Buttowski. I used to watch Bakugan. This is like when I was a kid though. Everybody watched SpongeBob before. That's not like, I don't even count that being like a favorite show. That's something that everybody has literally seen. I didn't really like Adventure Time. I'm not gonna cap. That wasn't really a I wasn't really a fan of Adventure Time. I don't know. There was something about the show I just didn't really rock with. I need a retwist really bad. No cap. I have a lot of new growth. My hair is super long too. I'm just gonna get the 2 strand, just get them small again. I rock with the 2 strand. 2K22 was fun to play, not gonna lie, especially in the rec. You have more control of your player. Absolutely. But I feel like I would just pick 19. I feel like 19 was just, the dribbling, the control, the gameplay was just smooth on 19. 22 was playable though. But if I had to pick, I would pick 19. So then why did you say 2K14 and 2K16 you would go back to those compared to 26? I was making a point by, if you were to play 2K14 or 2K16 right now and you play 2K26, a lot of y'all would stay on 14 or 16. Because gameplay wise, those games are way better than 26. The gameplay was more free. You had control. It was about basketball. And I'm not joking, I'm serious when I say that. You could probably order those games right now. Now, you can't go in the PlayStation store and go buy it because they don't have that. But you can literally find those probably on Amazon, order it, and play it and see what I'm talking about. You'll see the so-called why people will always bring up a 2K16 or 2K14 because those games were fun games. And there wasn't no rhythm shooting powered by pro play, slow gameplay. It was none of that stuff. It wasn't complicated. It was simple. How long is this left? I'm gonna let this finish playing out and I'm gonna get up out of here.
finish that. I'm gonna get another bottle of water. I got 4 right there. Well, yeah, y'all. Keep yawning. That's the time for me to call it. I ain't gonna lie. Don't y'all play Detroit Sunday? Yeah, we do. And I'm honestly kind of I'm not nervous, but like I'm concerned. Not gonna lie. Cause Detroit can score, and they're gonna score. And that's not me doubting my team's defense. It's just, if we want to call it and be honest, Detroit is a good football team. The Detroit Lions are a really talented football team. They're really talented on both ends of the football. Offense, defense, they got young talent. And their coaching is starting to be a lot better. But if Baltimore loses against New England, which I think they play Sunday night, then I won't really be concerned. But if Baltimore wins, then it's going to be concerning because there'll be one game. I think they'll be tied with us, I think. We should have beat Cincinnati on Thursday night. We shouldn't have lost that game. But, you know, it is what it is. Divisional rival. Joe Flacco had our number, of course. Not gonna lie, watching NBA highlights makes me want to play 2K again, but there's no other basketball games out there, sadly. But that's what it is, Tyreek. And we all have done that. Like, that's normal. Like, for example, I guarantee you when the NBA games are starting to, like, they get interesting and you're watching them, or like a player go out for like 40, you're like, hey man, I'm about to hop on the game. You know what I'm saying? Bro, just like Anthony Edwards just went out there, dropped 40 some. Now I want to go out there and do it. It's not gonna be the same because the gameplay is not good. So those feelings of wanting to go get on the game because of you just watched some highlights or an actual game, those days are kind of gone for me because it's a total different. Even the NBA players don't really be playing it unless they got a team to rely on. And that's another thing people gotta understand. Like they'll be like, oh nah, there's NBA players that play it, yeah, but they majority playing with a team. They're not playing with randoms. I remember, I think I actually played with Micah Parsons 2K24 though. I remember that. And it was the funniest thing ever because he actually went in the game chat and it was him. I was on a lock too, and I was in my bag when he was playing with him. But it was like a little kid. And he was like, is this really Micah Parsons? And Micah was on the mic laughing. He was like, yeah, bro. Can you make your shots? He was like, yeah, bro. Can you start making your shots though? But yeah, we won like 3 games. Then I played with Tank Bigsby, the running back for the Jags. Is he on the Jags anymore? I played with him. But it's rare to see them play with randoms. Like, nowadays, they're probably playing with a team. They're not playing with randoms like that. And if they're playing with randoms, then they're probably just bored out their mind. This build in the background was hooping. You're talking about the center build that I was on? I won't even say he was hooping. He was just shooting. I'm gonna have to start playing the NBA Live, not gonna lie. I don't know. It's like I'm just tired of having the same conversations about these basketball games. See, I want to build like this. Then go make one. To the person that's DMing me saying this about the center stuff, go make one. But it's up to you though. I'm not making no center builds. Like I get it. I make the stuff look simple and easy. It is if you have an identity. That's what it is. If you don't have an identity, you're not gonna be doing what you think you're gonna be doing. Yeah, I'm definitely getting tired now. Not gonna cap. Have you ever had a 9 to 5? No disrespect. Yes, I have. When I first started making my like videos for real, I was working my 9 to 5. There would be some times where I would come home after working and I would still stream. The thing about a 9 to 5 is, what I learned about a 9 to 5 is people doubt you at your 9 to 5. Like when you,
There'll be times where you having conversations with your coworkers and y'all talking about life and stuff and what y'all want to do and stuff. Your coworkers will be like doubting you, like, yeah, you just talking. Like I remember this one time I was talking to this one girl, and I'll never forget. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm starting to do YouTube and I'm trying to build a community. And she was like laughing, like she thought I was joking. Cause I showed her I was like, yeah, I'm trying to hit 500 subs. I had like 400 subs. And she was like, basically like, yeah, you just saying this, like you not gonna really do nothing. And then when I hit 1K, like right now if I go back in there, it's a different girl though. It's a different story by the way too. I think she'll try to be like, oh, like, I see you been doing your thing on YouTube, and I kind of don't really be saying that to her, because it was like, when I tried to tell her that that's what I wanted to do, she was kind of like not like hearing what I was saying and kind of like, yeah, you just talking pretty much. So it's not about you're better than everybody else at the 9 to 5. It's what type of goals do you have at the 9 to 5, and how do you still go after them? Because working a 9 to 5, I mean, it's simple, but it's like it depends on, you got to be in the right mindset. Like there might be some times where you don't want to do it. You don't want to do your job, but you got to do it. What's good, dude? I'm about to go to sleep. Good talking to you as always, Jay. Talking the truth. Hey, I appreciate you, Tariq. I appreciate it. But yeah, like I was saying, the 9 to 5 stuff, man. If you in the good, like a lot of old folks kept telling me I was a really good person and they wanted to see me do better things other than the 9 to 5. And that's something that really showed me when it came to my content, that especially if I love doing it, that I need to like keep pushing it, because I had something. I had my gift. I found what I was good at. You see what I'm saying? You know, utilizing my voice, speaking my mind and things like that. And a lot of old folks kept telling me, yeah, man, you a good kid. Like you should be doing some big things in this world instead of, you know, just working at this little store. And I was like, yeah, but I just got to do what I got to do at this point. But when they start cutting my hours, and I was, you know, I'm not even trying to flex. There were some times to where I was making more off of my channel than my actual job. I was like, bro, this job at this point is holding me back from my true potential. And I'm going to tell you something too. If you never had a 9 to 5 and people ask if you want to take their shift, decline it, bro. I kid you not. One of the worst things I've ever done. One of the worst things. And it's not about if you have the work ethic or not. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Like, imagine you chilling on a Friday, right? It's Friday. You think you got the weekend to yourself, but
somebody walked up to you Wednesday and was like, "Hey, bro, can you take my shift?" Yeah, man, I got you. Don't worry about it. You get to Friday, you thinking, "Hey, everybody else about to go. I'm about to go home too." Hey, remember you got to come back tomorrow. You know, you taking Anderson's shift. You're like, huh? You took Anderson's shift, right? Yeah, but he told me that Wednesday. Oh yeah, he's back here Saturday. You got to take that. So that just cancel your day right there. You see what I'm saying? So taking shifts. Why you said that? What you mean? Like taking the shift? Cause back then when I was doing it, I was looked at as like, you just being a co-worker that, don't worry about it, I got you. I didn't think the shift was on Saturday. So when I'm thinking like when I get home I can, chill, play my game, do whatever I want to do. I gotta go to work in a couple hours. Nah. But like, yeah, man. And that was a learning experience because, like I said, I've only had one 9 to 5, and I didn't like it. Like I told you, I'm in my early 20s. But then I had a lot of also old people of coworkers. They showed me a lot of stuff I didn't know about. So I appreciate them for that as well. And that's what I keep saying. Like when I talk about old heads on the game, it's nothing personal. It's just what I'm experiencing. It's not like I actually hate old people in real life. It's not the case. Managers in 9 to 5 think they run stuff. That's how they gonna be though. They feel like they got authority over people. I remember one time I felt so embarrassed. Now I worked at a grocery store, by the way, and I think this guy's car was messed up, right? And like going through training before I got the job, they was like, "Hey, man, whatever the customer needs, you try to be there for them no matter what." So I'm bagging like carts, right? This guy gonna tell me like, "Hey, sir, like my car is not working." Mind you, it's a customer. So I'm not just gonna ignore him because before I got the job, they was like, remember, the customer comes first no matter what it is. You always try to help them. I go tell the team leader, like, hey, dude said his car messed up. The team leader gonna tell me what that got to do with you and what that got to do with me. Bro, I was so mad that day because one, it made me look stupid, and two, like the job they literally were basically saying help the customer no matter what, and it just made me look dumb because it was like, what I'm supposed to do with that? Like, well, bro, you told me the customer try to help them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at all. But I mean, like I said, it was a learning experience, so I'm glad I had got the experience, but it also showed me that I have a gift that I needed to work on, which was my content, and I feel like I've been doing that. I obviously have not achieved what I wanted to achieve, but that don't mean I just give up and stop. I just keep going, and that's what I've been doing. You said grocery store. Did y'all have any like busy days? Yeah. The grocery store I was at was like, it's not a Walmart. It was Publix, y'all. It was obviously busy, and especially on holidays. Like Thanksgiving was like the worst. Christmas times was bad. It's not even because you like the cart stuff isn't bad. Sometimes it'd be freezing cold outside at night too, and people would take a cart and they would like put it at like some Chinese spot. You gotta go all the way over there and get that. But Thanksgiving was definitely the worst because the lines would be so long, and then I was customer service. I was bagging, helping up at front, and people they don't understand like you're not a robot. It's like people want you to smash stuff and then when you smash their items, which I tried my best not to, which I don't think I didn't smash anybody's anything. But like I didn't want to rush, you know what I'm saying? And these people they were like, no, I gotta go, right? And if you end up smashing what they have, then they gonna complain like, this got crushed, I need a new one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you try your best to do everything the right way, and people just want you to rush. Like I remember one time it was my birthday weekend, and I had this lady and her mom. And she had like like you can have like these special bags to where instead of using the plastic bags, you can use they bring like their own bags. So they brought their own bags in. She had some bread and she had a lot of things, but the two most important things she had was like bread, milk, and cheese. And I think she had like a carton of eggs or something like that. And I wasn't gonna smash it. So I was taking my time doing what I was supposed to do. And she was like, can you like hurry up? And I was laughing. I was like, bruh, I'm like, I didn't say bruh, but I'm like, dog, like I'm not trying to mess up your items. You know what I'm saying? So she said, matter of fact, I'm doing it myself. I said, okay, bet. I stepped back, let her do what she was going to do. And it made her look bad when the customers behind her was like, really? Or she got issues. Because I literally was doing my job the correct way. And I promise y'all I wasn't going slow at all. Pause. Because I know how, like, when I'm talking fast, things like that. But, like, I promise you, like, I was bagging like a regular person. I was just doing things neat, how I was, taught to do it, training-wise. Make sure foods go with foods instead of putting, lotion and whatever stuff with food. You put things the right way. I was doing it like that. And she was like, I think she just had a bad day because she was just finding reasons to complain. Now, yes, I've had my moments to where, not with no customer, but the team leader. I done have my moments with team leaders. I done cursed my team leader out in front of the customers. And it was during COVID time, too. Cause I think I've already told you this though. It was two swole bodybuilders. I won't say they were. I won't say they were bodybuilders, but they definitely you can tell they be in the gym. And as the bag, you're supposed to ask if they need help outside. Now, if you got two swole dudes that be in the gym 24/7, and they had two items like milk and like a plastic container, you're not gonna ask them if they need help carrying that outside. They gonna look at you like, are you serious? Like you trying to be funny? So I'm not gonna ask them that. My team leader gonna walk up to me. If that ever happens again, we're gonna have a problem. So now it seemed like he threatening me. So I'm like, hey bro, don't be walking up on me like that. Like, like do you not see how they look? And they even say, yeah, like we don't need no help. We got it. It's not a big of a deal. And my team leader, cause he was the team leader, he was trying to, show off and nah, that's not like, no, you don't do that or whatever it was. So it got to a point to where I was getting fed up. And I've already, like you the new guy. And I get it. If you're the new guy, they always going to be trying to like, watch over you or make sure you're doing this. But I even told the team leader, yo, let me do my job. Like, because I don't want people thinking I don't know how to work, because 9 times out of 10 when you're watching the new person, people get the mindset of this, he don't know what he's doing. So I didn't want that, type of character being displayed on me because I was the new guy. So I was like, sometimes just let me work. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta always be next to me. And he just kept constantly, Jordan do this, Jordan do that. And I'm like, dog, let me work. And after the people that was in the gym, the swole guys that came through, he pulled that. You do that again, we gonna have a problem? Oh, I lost it. And it was kind of like, it was funny to me because, I got sent home that day. And I go back to the break room. Everybody's like shocked, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, nobody ain't never done that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nobody really speaks to the team leader like that. Like, you sure you straight? I'm like, oh, bro, like I've warned him multiple times to stop being all up on me. Pause. Like, y'all know what I mean when I say, like, bruh's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just letting you work your job. So, and even, it's bad when I curse the team leader in front of the customers. They agreed with me. And what's funny is this how I knew I wasn't crazy, Chad. Like when you go on a website and you look at store reviews and you look at the comments, the same team leader that I cursed out, I kid you not, the same day I got sent home for that BS, on the store review, it literally said, yeah, the store is nice, but the team leader literally harasses the other workers. I said, dog, I literally just dealt with this today, and I worked there. I knew I wasn't tripping. Because to make me, like, really get to a point to where I'm cursing you out, it's gotta be something. I don't just get mad for no reason. But he was doing too much. You telling me, hey, you ever do that again, it's gonna be a problem. That sound like a threat, G. That don't sound like some type of I'm looking out for you. That sound like a threat. I'm not with that. He talked about some, hey, I remember like it was yesterday. Jordan, just step aside. I said, nah, my nigga, I ain't stepping aside. I ain't stepping aside. Cause he wanted to step aside because I was getting loud because he didn't want the customers to hear. I didn't care. I wanted the customers to hear what I had to say. I was fed up that day. I wasn't stepping aside. We gonna talk right now. In front of the customers. So they can hear everything that's going on. And I know y'all gonna say that's probably embarrassing. It was embarrassing for him. And that's why I got sent home. Because the customers were, asking me if I was good. They was like, they understood why I was frustrated. And like I said on the store review, is somebody literally typed what I dealt with. The store is good, but the team leader literally harasses the other workers. He literally was doing that to me, harassing me, because I was the new guy. And that's probably why they were saying, bro, nobody's ever done that. Speak to the team leader like that, even though that he be irritating us. Well, somebody had to do it, and it was me. But yeah, man, I would rather still do my content over my 9 to 5. And if y'all want to know why, I have fun making my content. I did that ish. Somebody calling on my day off. Oh, when people would do that, like if I'm home, I wasn't answering the phone. After that experience, I was not answering. No cap. Nah, that was a learning experience. You don't answer the phone. You don't pick up. You let that junk ring. I remember one time I did a night shift. Stayed until like 11 o'clock at night. As soon as I get home, my phone ringing at like 4 o'clock in the morning, or it might have been like 4 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I was so close to answering the phone. I was like, bro, I'm so happy I didn't answer it. I had to let it ring. Because they were basically calling in because somebody called out. I was like, nah, I need my sleep. And y'all got to think some of these days to where I'm getting home from work, I would stream too. Go look, it's on my channel. Those are 2K23 days. And 2K22 days too, because I used to I started my first video. I've always had this channel. I've always been a gamer, but I started the first video on this game right here. I already had like a couple of 2K19 streams and things like that.
I don't know, man. Hopefully things get better. Said, bro, you made this content stuff look so simple. You've been on here for a couple hours and not breaking a sweat. I'd have probably been slumped by now. That's what I'm saying. You gotta love doing what you're doing. That's why content creation really ain't for everybody, because a lot of people probably don't. They probably not gonna love it. I love making content, and that's why a lot of the things that I do content wise, y'all probably like, bro, you make it look easy, because I love doing what I'm doing. Like when I was streaming MLB, I like playing MLB. That was fun to me. But yeah, chat, that is gonna do it. I've been on here for how long? 2 hours. My laptop is about to die. Go plug that in real quick. Oh yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll be back on here later on today. We can react to Badge Plug's video. Pretty sure you got a new one out. Yeah, we can react to that. I might make a video out of that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, man, we can go ahead and get up out of here. If y'all want to see the viewership once again on Twitch, it's not looking good for 2K26. And this is not somebody trying to hate. This is just a fact. You know what I mean? Who is currently streaming this? Akin and Teacher, Grinder for Real, Chalk. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. That is gonna do it for me. It's your boy J Mid, and signing